What it do,
All
what it
right.
do, what it do, what it do, what it do. We back at y'all with
What
another
up,
one.
though?
What's cracking, cuz?
What's popping, cuz?
Man, you
Not
know,
much chilling.
slow motion. So sure, let's jump right on into it. Normally I like to stay basketball, like game related, but I can't let this Paul Pierce thing slip by. Like we gotta talk about Paulie Pierce, man. You know what I'm saying? Hot boy Summer Paul. You know what I'm saying? Weather just broke.
Right,
He out here.
right.
So shoot, I'm gonna let you go ahead and dive in first, pause.
Man, real talk, man. Like, man, I think at the end of the day, it's just like this nigga been in the he been in the league forever. You know what I mean? It's not even just about the NBA. After post NBA, my man been into the whole, you know what I
Media.
mean? Like being into the media and doing all that. He worked for ESPN for 3 years at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, it's just like my man know the business aspect of the game. He know what he's supposed to do and what not or what not. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's just like he know the whole ins and out of this whole industry which he worked, which he had a clean record all the way up until this point. At the end
Right.
of the day, this nigga knew what he was doing. He knew he was leaving ESPN or he had something else up under his sleeve. Either he knew he was leaving ESPN or he knew ESPN was going to get rid of his ass. Either way, he went out his way. He went out with a bang. My man didn't come back there talking about, I'm sorry, I apologize. You ain't hear none of that statement from Paul Pierce. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, just like, you think my man really gonna have a job like the one that he has and really be on Instagram Live with hoes, smoking weed, all this type of shit? No, not at all. He did that shit because he wanted to. You know what I mean? And dumb niggas keep thinking like, oh, like, why do you do that? He lost his job, man. He don't give a fuck about that shit. He not like me or you. You know what I mean? Like, he not like a regular dude with a regular job. This nigga's a fucking multi-millionaire. This nigga know what the hell he doing. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I think they making a big thing out of nothing. You know what I mean? It's just like he showed some little white hoes on Instagram. Okay. He smoked a little weed on Instagram. Okay. At the end of the day, it's just like he did exactly what he wanted to do. And that was his way of getting out. Either right or wrong. You know what I mean? Like whichever way you want to put it, right or wrong, he got up out of there his way at the end of the day. So you know what I mean? Like niggas just sound stupid. You know what I mean? For saying he was wrong or he shouldn't have did that. Man, like I'm getting tired of niggas being so politically correct about everything. Everything don't have to be done your way or a certain way. You know what I mean? He wanted to go out his way. So, you know what I mean? I ain't see a big deal about it. And I still don't. So
Well, after all of that, I think like I think like shit. He probably just got sick of having a job. You know what I'm saying? Like you've been retired
really,
and you like he would probably I mean, be honest, like, why not just say what I want to say on the internet anyway? And don't have like
exactly.
he probably would rather be able to do what like Stacks do. You know what I'm saying? Just say whatever the fuck he wanna say and don't nobody care. You feel me? Versus like, come on man, you know when you work for ESPN, bro, everything you say is like, don't say this, don't say that, don't say this. He like, y'all put me on this motherfucker and tell me what I
Talk
can't
about LeBron all day
don't and tell
and
me what I
suck
can
and
and
suck
can't say.
balls.
You know what I'm saying? Tell me what I can and can't say anyway. So he probably was like, man, fuck that shit. Because I mean, he really wasn't doing. I mean, it's like from like a regular world standpoint, he ain't like he smoked look like you just weed is legal, bro. You smoke weed. He in Cali probably. Like, so what?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I
So what?
mean, that was light, but like, yeah, that just like considering like I don't even ever remember nothing of that surfacing like that of Paul Pierce even when he was playing. right?
Exactly. That's what I'm
So,
saying.
so I would have to think like after giving this some thought. I think this shit was calculated. It was like it's like if you go to work one day, right, and you don't fuck with your boss, and you gonna be like, I'm gonna just do everything I got to do today to get fired. They gonna fire me today. Shit, I didn't gotta listen. Real life story, right? So when Kaden was born, right, I was trying to get on
Mm-hmm.
unemployment because I was trying to get the fuck up out of there, right? So you know what I did? I called them motherfuckers every day and was like, I can't come into work today. I ain't got a babysitter. I did that shit for like 2 weeks and it just showed up to work, so they fired me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Niggas didn't calculate.
Real
It ain't
talk.
hard to calculate that shit. Then I flipped it, got it, you know what I'm saying? Adolph Marvin, flipped it to some, you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. It was calculated. So, I mean, the nigga worth like 40 M's, bro. Like, and who else know what other business ventures and shit he got going on? So, he probably said, fuck that shit. I mean, a lot of money is relative. Yeah, $1 million a year sound like a lot to a regular motherfucker, but a nigga that was making goddamn in the teens of
200
millions
million.
and up, like that shit ain't
Man,
like, all right, that's
he
not enough.
made $10 million
Like that's not enough
over
to,
like over.
but that ain't enough to own me though. You feel me? Like that ain't enough money for me to
Yeah,
do some shit I
exactly.
don't want to do.
Right.
Now
For
they'll pay that
real.
nigga like 50. He be like, I'm shit. Whatever y'all want me to say on this motherfucker shit.
Yeah, but it's like a certain level. But like it's like a certain level of brainwash you have to work for these big media corporations. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
just like you can't be 100% your true self. And a
right.
lot of these uh, ex athletes, they already know what the deal is, and you got some people that go along with the okie doke. They go along with the agenda, and they be like, "Man, look, I'm just gonna say whatever I gotta
Well,
say to
Pete,
get a check and whatever else they gotta
well,
do."
Pete, this though.
But he don't seem like he that type of nigga.
That's
He
why
don't seem like he that type of nigga. And
if you think about it, bro, that's why it's not a lot of like niggas that really got the bag in the league that be in the media like that.
exactly, that's what
That's
I'm
why you got
saying.
niggas like
Right?
Kendrick Perkins and shit. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas, they might really need that couple
Those
dollars.
fake ass niggas.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Man,
niggas
get
that really
your
did.
bitch one nigga like his bitch ass one shit in the league, so you know he ain't gonna be shit in the media. get, get out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, Kendrick, alright. You know what I'm saying? He cool.
Man, that nigga was trash, nigga.
I'm
Man,
talking
come
about
on,
the.
man.
I'm
Stop.
talking about. I'm not talking about in the league. I'm talking about the media. He alright. It's like
Nigga, man, he sound dumb as hell. Man, catch
no,
your Perkins.
but
Man.
this is what it is though. Like niggas will make sense, but it all depends on the topic. It all depends on the people
Right.
involved. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh, don't say that name. Nigga, don't say that name. Don't say it. Don't say it. But I know what you're talking about. Don't
yeah,
say it.
as long
Niggas
as
gonna
that
come
ain't the
gonna be
subject
hating.
matter, as long as it ain't got nothing to do with that, comparing to that or that to this, to doot to deet to doot to dot to boot to bing to bang, they make sense. They act like, damn, this nigga
Mm-hmm.
know basketball. Soon as that topic come up, this
Exactly.
nigga just went special ed.
Exactly.
This nigga just went from motherfucking National Line Society to the short bus overnight, quick fast. Like, god damn, bro.
Overnight.
Same shit. Same reason why you think Skip left ESPN. He got sick of Skip used to be on fucking first take like this.
Yup. Yeah. You silly. Real talk though.
He used to be on that motherfucker just rocking. You know, motherfucker used to be on that bitch just rocking because he wanted to say some shit so bad.
Right. Yeah. Real talk.
He was on that That's like
Turn
when you're
red as hell.
that's like when you're a teenager and you be wanting to cuss at your parent, but you ain't that brave yet, so that shit kind of slipping. You just bite it, so you don't say it.
Right. Dog.
That motherfucking Skip used to be on that motherfucker like. You know, that's why he used to always bang on the table. You notice he used to always bang on the table.
Right. Real
He'll take
talk.
his fucking notes and be like, ah. Cause he got sick of not being able to say shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Man, like that shit is, yeah, like that shit crazy, but you know what I mean? Like I just think they made something out of nothing. You know what I mean? It's just like it was something because it was something just because he put it on social media for all
yeah.
to see, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
and he know he did it, like, you know, like he just had his, without being so, you know, going way left and going deep into it. He knew what he was doing and he did it and he got the result from his actions. He knew what his action was going to bring. He knew his actions was going
Yeah,
to
he knew
bring
what it was,
this type
man.
of discipline. So that's what it was. You know what I mean? So, hey, like, you know, he got tired of working for Disney and ESPN. So he said, fuck y'all, I'm out. You know what I mean? And nigga, that was it.
I mean, you know, Disney dealing fiction, man. He got sick of speaking fiction on TV and getting paid for
Right.
it.
Off top.
I thought this shit's supposed to be facts. I think like you just realized it ain't really what you thought it was.
Right.
You know what I'm
Real
saying?
talk.
And he probably get sick.
Yup.
Like, and I feel like how the media work now is like the basketball media is the reverse, bro. It's the dumbest shit in the world. It's like, wait a minute. You 40 years old, right? You retired in your
Right.
30s, right? You started, let's just throw these all
Mm-hmm.
fake numbers, but you're gonna get my point. You retired at 40. I mean, no, you 40 now. You retired at 36. You probably started playing basketball at 6. You've been playing basketball, dedicated your life to basketball for 30 years, but you don't know shit about
For 30
basketball
years.
though, right? You don't know shit about
Right.
basketball, but this nerd nigga that ain't never made a team, just went to school, got a job, he the expert. He is the basketball expert. He the go-to guy. In what fucking world is so?
Exactly.
So when you want to have surgery,
Real talk world.
look,
Frank is speaking truth. Listen,
when you want to have
speaking
surgery,
truth.
don't go to the doctor that went to school for the shit. Just go to don't go to the motherfucker that didn't did it before. Don't go to him. Go to the motherfucker that been reading blogs about
Exactly.
how to do it. Don't go to the motherfucker that actually did the surgery 100 times. Don't go to him. Go to the motherfucker that just read a couple books on it, but they never did it. Like, come on, that shit's stupid.
Right, who read a couple books on
But
it,
yeah, that's probably why
but
he
never
said
did
fuck
the
that
shit.
shit. So
Yeah, man, like that shit, like that shit too political, man. All that political shit, and it's just like with anything else. Like far as you know, like I know people with all this scientific shit and this, like all that data shit and science and all that is just like the same shit in the NBA, full of bullshit. All that data and this over here, this man, all them stats, this data stats and these whatever, man. Listen, man, all that shit is a bunch of bullshit. You know what I mean?
with
Like at the end of the
analytics,
day,
you talking about
analytics,
analytics?
yeah, all that, like all that,
I
keeping
mean,
all that, yeah, all that
I
analytics,
think
keeping all the
like
data.
I don't think analytics is totally bullshit, right? But it just
Man,
don't. But no, it just don't mean as much as they try to make it mean, right? It's like saying like who know like so what the fuck? It was some movie with Taraji, right? Where she was doing the math, right? She knew how to do all the math problems and work them bitches out. So that's like saying a nigga who really know how to do it is better than a nigga who need a calculator, right? If I can just watch the shit and tell you, why the fuck, how the nigga that need all these stats and shit better than me when he need a cheat sheet? I don't need a motherfucking cheat sheet. I don't need it. I'm good. I don't need a cheat sheet. He's smarter than me when I can do this. I don't need a motherfucking, I don't gotta go look at the stats and then make my
listen,
argument. I can make my argument off watching the game and that's it. So that's how I
off
look at it.
top,
It's like
you know, yeah. Oh,
it's it,
no, like go ahead, my
it's
bad, go
all
ahead.
it's all a way for the Joes to get involved. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah, I agree with you.
back in
I
the
agree
day,
with
think
you.
about it. Where did basketball debates happen originally? After fucking playing. That's when niggas talking about
Mm-hmm.
basketball. You be sitting around, talk about the game, talk about this player, that player. Man, that nigga better than that nigga. Da-da-da-da-da. The next thing you know, you got a basketball debate. That's where this shit originated. That's the roots of it. Then you get all the
That's the
analytics,
roots.
and he shot this and this and this from the field, and he did this, and it's so many other variables that matter with stats, though.
Man,
It's so many It's like
you know, when I knew analytics was bullshit and all that data keeping and all that nerd talk was when they made a case going by the analytics that LeBron was the most clutchest player in NBA history over Mike, over Kobe, over any of those guys that's known to be clutch individuals. And how they still bring analytics up now to say, like, once again, this whole narrative that they're trying to run with, even with the Andre Drummond thing. Analytics says Drummond has been the best rebounder over 36 minutes ever. So they give him the title of being one of the best, being the best rebounder ever, even over Dennis Rodman. And the thing is, it's just like, you got to know what you're looking at. Like, when you're looking at, like, better players or whatever else, like, that's when it's all about the eye test with me. You know what I mean? Like, you got to see it to believe it. Like, it's all about what you see. It ain't about what you read on the sheet and you go by 36 and missing this.
I look at it
That's
like
some bullshit.
Analytics is like, okay, let's just say if I'm a scout, right? And I'm looking at all the player stats. And I'm like, okay, he averaged 40. He averaged 40.
Per 48 minutes.
40, right. Okay. Let me watch him play, right? Let's just say it's like high school level, right? Like, oh, he's 7 foot. And everybody, it's like an old whip situation. Like, he's 7 foot, but everybody in his league he playing is 5'10", 170 pounds, and he Kwame Brown, right? You put Kwame Brown in that, he gonna look like a phenom, and he gonna get to the league
like a phenom. He gonna look like Wilt Chamberlain.
So, to me, stats is just something to get you to pay attention for the eye test. But the eye test to me is the ultimate end test. Is the eye test.
Yeah, like,
put it like this.
Like, you got to see it to believe it. Like,
put it like this.
It's the eye test.
Houston went solely off analytics, and where they take them? Houston was the team that everything analytics. Shoot more threes. Do this.
And flamed out. All them threes by the analytics. They were saying, like, they was going to make these many threes, or they hit these many threes at this rate. And then none of that shit happened when it got to the real motherfucking game.
Remember on Harlem Nights when Eddie Murphy was like, it ain't how many people you shoot, it's who you shoot.
Yeah.
It ain't how many threes you shoot, it's who the fuck shooting them. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck how many you can shoot 1,000 threes, nigga. If you got, it's a different. See, the problem is you can't recreate a playing style without the talent to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's what teams fuck up. Well, Golden State shot threes, so we gonna shoot threes. Do you know who they had shooting?
They had the personnel to do it.
Do you look who was shooting them?
They had the personnel to do it. Right.
But then the crazy part is the teams that had the best chance of beating them normally was teams that was big or pause. Teams that had their strength was Golden State weakness. You're not about to out Golden State in their pinnacle. That's not gonna happen. You gotta hit them somewhere where they weak at. You can't outshoot them. That's not gonna work. So
yeah.
You ready to move on to the next one? The next one kind of.
Nigga, yeah, come on, nigga, let's go, nigga. We on it, nigga. You don't gotta ask me, nigga. We on it, nigga. Let's roll.
I just want to make sure you know what I'm saying. I don't want to cut you off. I want you to get everything you got to say off your chest, big fella.
Oh no, yeah, like I'm good on that one. I'm good on that one. They already know how I feel.
You're gonna light up on this one here. This one gonna raise your blood pressure. All right, you got your blood pressure medicine.
Yeah, all right, got it.
What do you think about LeBron trying to recruit Steph Curry? Nigga,
Typical,
don't be
typical,
trying to
dog.
be don't
Like
be trying to be cool because I said you're gonna need your blood pressure medicine, nigga.
no, 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 like no. It's typical. It's typical. It's typical shit. It's typical LeBron James type of uh man. Is LeBron at his finest when it comes to him masquerading what he really is and how he really is. It goes just like this. LeBron James fans be saying all the time, just like they said this year, when Brooklyn got all their players, all their new acquisitions or whatever like that, and everybody had such a big deal. Everybody had a big deal about it. Oh, nigga, like they getting all these players to beat a 36-year-old. But nigga, low key, LeBron been doing this shit from jump. And you can criticize Kevin Durant for getting James Harden and going to play with Kyrie and going to get Blake Griffin and LaMarcus Aldridge and all these type of different guys or whatever. And the media takes strike. They want to hold like every segment for a week straight. They trying to go hard on Kevin Durant and say why this is going to diminish his legacy and whatever else. But then when the news break, with a nigga like Brian Windhorst, who's another LeBron dick sucker, you know what I mean? And this nigga come out and he says it like LeBron been recruiting Steph Curry ever since the All-Star game. Now everybody got their motherfucking mouth closed. All them niggas on Cooler Talk, y'all got your motherfucking mouth closed. Now y'all don't want to say nothing. You know what I mean? Because it's benefiting your man. When it's something going against LeBron, who's going to beat LeBron, then it's like you crying, oh, you doing all this for a 36-year-old? And you got this little hoe ass son, Bronny, on the internet starting to rave. Oh, you doing this all for a 36-year-old? But y'all niggas ain't saying this shit when the shoe is on the other foot. And he doing this stack piling shit. Get the fuck out of here, man. Like, at the end of the day, LeBron is just a typical, you ain't shit without your homeboys type of player. You know what I mean? Like he already he tried to migrate this whole Anthony Davis and try to go get Paul George. They couldn't get Paul George. Now he's trying to go get Kawhi Leonard. Did none of that shit pan out? But Kevin Durant was like, "Watch this. My shit gonna work." And what he did, it worked. Right? So now LeBron got to try to somehow, you know what I mean, one up that. You know what I mean? But ain't nobody saying nothing about it when he do it. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like, nigga, like y'all got to keep this shit consistent. Y'all can't be down another nigga throw pause like when the shit is working against LeBron. Then y'all be down on knees with your chin up with LeBron on some type time. You know what I mean? So it's like I said, like that's why I be calling all them niggas in Cooler Talks some male groupies because they be on the same type time. So nigga, like, only thing I'm saying, nigga, like, just keep it even kill all the way around. If you feel like this with Kevin Durant, then you feel the same way about LeBron when he do it. You know what I mean? Don't half-ass me with nothing.
You know what? You know what I got to say about it? God damn it! You know what I got to say?
What up?
Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you, and that's what the fuck KD was. Okay, okay,
Right.
okay. You want to go to Cleveland? You want to get Kyrie blood? You want to get Kevin Love? Cool. Okay, okay. I got something for you. I'm gonna go over there, and you gonna do the little your usual ball dominant hot potato. Give it to Kyrie to save my
Right.
ass. You know what I'm saying? Same way it was with Wade. All right, time for some real nigga
Right.
shit. Let me get that bitch to Wade. Time to go get my bitch ass in the corner. Now Kyrie is that for you. I'm gonna do my hot potato, get my stats. Hot potato, hot potato, hot potato, hot potato, get my stats. Oh shit, we gotta win the game. Go ahead, Kyrie. I'm gonna watch. So what?
Oh, right.
So what Durant said was, okay, I see the flaw in that, right? So
Right.
you got 3 stars, right? But you really only using 2 of them. So
Yeah.
if I go over here to Golden State and I fit in, I play how they play, right? Because I'm skilled enough to play different type of ways. I don't have to be ball dominant, be basically a point guard, parading as a small forward because the stats look better historically against small forwards versus point guards. But I'm gonna play in the system where everybody eats. So now we can maximize all three of ours. Because all I know is this.
Mm-hmm.
25 times 3 is a lot more than 25 times 2. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So all that, I didn't have enough help. No, he just didn't maximize his talent. That's all.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So he did it for Golden State. Then, okay, Durant left Golden State, had his little year off or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Had his injury or whatever. LeBron go to LA. You know what I'm saying? He go make
Mm-hmm.
he have Anthony Davis do the exact same thing James Harden did. Force his way out of you know what I'm saying, New Orleans to come play with LeBron, and James Harden did the exact same thing to force his way out of Houston to come play with Kevin Durant. Listen here. Them two niggas' careers is like Ken and Raul, just 4-5, that's a couple years behind. Like if one the little brother and one the big brother, they like 3 years apart, but they look like twins. Like that's how
Right.
they era married.
Exactly.
That's how their careers marry each other as far as their moves they made. You know what I'm saying? When LeBron was in
Yeah.
Cleveland, every team LeBron been on, he got got a little bit of left nigga in the league.
Every
Every
old
one of
play.
them.
Exactly.
Matty A,
Every fucking
Mike
last one of
Miller,
them.
Ray Allen. He got every one of them. Went to Cleveland, got goddamn J.R. Smith, uh, Ramon Shumpert. He had old ass Sean Marion, Kyle Carver. Like he got every little anybody.
Isaiah Thomas, Dwayne Wade, Derrick Rose,
Right,
Jay Crowder.
right. But the difference is this is the difference. LeBron is a one. Only time he played a little bit different, he do with AD because he got to dump it down to AD on the post, right? But
Yeah.
even with Schroeder being another ball dominant player, AD numbers been going down, right?
Yeah.
But this is the catch-22, right? If let's just say back in the day, like Shaq, right? If he ain't getting the ball, if he ain't getting his numbers, you know what he gonna say? You ain't feeding me, right? Because that's how it is with a big.
Right.
You have to feed the big, right? So
Yeah.
if AD numbers down, since people love analytics, let's start talking about touches. But why, when his touches down, the facilitator isn't to blame? Why? Because we know
Yeah.
that the facilitator is never to fucking blame. That's why. You can't blame me for my shots to be down. Nigga, you gotta get me the ball. I'm not a
You got
guard.
to give me the motherfucking
Even though
bill.
I'm more skilled
Right.
than
You got to
you,
give me the
technically.
bill.
Even though I'm technically more
Can't
skilled than
wait.
you, because I shoot better than you, I'm a better free throw
Exactly.
shooter than you, and I got more moves than you, but still, you the guard. You are the facilitator. You gotta get me the ball.
Just like
Period.
Rondo was. Mm-hmm.
So what Kevin Durant did was he took the same. This is what he did. It's just like you say you want to learn how to cook spaghetti, right? So you go on the internet,
Mm-hmm.
Google spaghetti recipe. You make it the first time and
Right.
be like, "It's alright." Then what you do? You start putting a little nigga on it. Let me put a little seasoning on this. Little seasoning. We gonna ask, niggas love putting cheese on everything. Put a little cheese, a little parmesan. You know what I'm saying? You get to
Put
freaking it
a little
out.
cheese,
We
little
gonna do 3 different
parmesan.
meats. Pause. You feel me? We gonna freak it out. All KD did was
Pause.
take the LeBron recipe and was like, "Oh, Big Mama, go and freak that out for me. Put a little nigga on it." That's all he did.
Yeah.
Big Mama take a box of goddamn hamburger helper, and that shit tastes like Olive Garden when she get done with it. That's
Big Mama.
Big Mama.
Big
That's all
Mama.
he was
Not
the
these
big.
hoes
He was Big
nowadays. They
Mama.
ain't taking no hamburger
And
helper, making
just
it
think
taste like
about,
no
just
Olive
think,
Garden.
just think about this. The difference is, the difference is, KD, Harden, and for one, they all actually friends, right? In real life, right?
Exactly.
So all that, listen, and all that selfish and who's gonna get the most shots and bro, never in the history of a nigga them has a nigga. I'm gonna look at you like, bro, you shot it 4 times, bro. I ain't shot it yet. Like, don't nobody think like, don't no hoopers think like that. Cause I can go shoot the bitch anytime I want to too. Like, they all can create their own
Exactly.
shots. They all can shoot it whenever the fuck they want to shoot it. Like, ain't nobody counts. Ain't nobody. Man, he shot it 7 times. He only shot it 4. Ain't nobody thinking like that. They actually hoop.
Ain't
But
nobody thinking like that, especially when they this deep into their career. They just
that, but
worried about a
but
fucking ring. That's
but
what they're
that
worried
but
about.
that's where the goddamn that's where the goddamn analytic motherfuckers come in because they don't have that logic because they can't fucking play. You know what I'm saying? All is a man,
Exactly.
play the game the right way. Some days James Harden might go for 40, just like Golden State was. Clay went for 60 one night. Was them niggas like, I didn't get enough shots. It don't, whoever hot feed them. It's simple. Basketball is simple.
Simple.
You got 3 dudes you
But you
can't
know what?
guard. You got three. Hold on. You got 3 dudes you can't guard. A penetration dribble and the right pass, you will get an open shot every goddamn play. That's it. You can't guard me. I go by you. You help. Pass, 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 pass. Somebody fucking open. The shit ain't rocket science. The shit ain't rocket
Right.
science. You're going to double one of us. You're going to come help off somebody, or it's going to be a layup. Pass. Two
Right.
passes, 3 passes, somebody fucking open. If it's a bad team, shit, 1 pass, somebody open. It ain't goddamn rocket. They ain't doing
Yeah.
no. It ain't fucking long division. They doing. All they doing is making the right basketball play. But
That's it.
this, but this, you know what this go back to? What I always be saying. Fuck having a facilitator, right? That shit's overrated. All that I get my teammates involved. No, have a team full of players that make the right play. That's what it's about. You don't
Yeah.
need one guy that just facilitate. That shit, that's overrated. You want a team that buy in to taking the best shot. You know what I'm saying? Just like I was watching the game the other
Yeah.
night, and they were saying that what's his name? What's the shooter name? I can't never remember his name. Joe Harris. He had passed up an open shot, right? And KD walked over to him and was like, shoot that bitch. You better let that money
Mm-hmm.
shoot that motherfucker. He ain't passed up an open shot since because true scorers know that. Listen, true scorers know, like, look, bro, I need you to knock down shots so I can get one-on-one coverage. If I get one-on-one coverage, nigga, it's a
Exactly.
bucket every time. I want you to
Exactly.
knock them shots down.
Exactly.
That make it easier for me.
That's it.
If they don't have to respect
That's
you,
it.
they gonna sag and try to guard me more. Then I'm gonna have to deal with a fucking triangle trap. So then there's a nigga here, there's a nigga there,
Exactly.
there's a nigga there. No, I'm gonna kick it. You shoot that bitch every time and knock them bitches down. And now they gotta play me even. Now
Knock
they
the bitch
fucked.
down because you're gonna be fucking open.
You listen.
Exactly.
Having to play them 3 even is pretty much like not guarding them. You can't guard them even. You can't guard them one on
You
one.
can
So if I
you
gotta
can't
make you
guard
pay
that.
for helping, you can't do shit about it.
Right.
And then on
You
top of
can't.
that, on top of another him getting the right pieces, right? You okay? We can argue all day who better, Drummond or Jordan, right? DeAndre Drummond or DeAndre Jordan, right? Who better right now? Whatever. Who cares? But at the end of the day, they the same type of player, right?
Right.
They pretty much they pretty much rim protect, lob threat, rebound. That's it. That's pretty
Mm-hmm.
much it. So we already got that. Blake and I'll be having those damn brain farts with these player names.
LaMarcus.
And LaMarcus, they 2 totally different type of players. They can play
Yeah.
together. You see, you can't play. This is the thing. This is why I always say it's about. This is why I say KD be one up in LeBron because he maximized the talent versus just stacking it all
Yeah.
together. It's just put it like this:
Yeah.
if you got Drummond, why the fuck would I do the same thing that they just left? If I got Drummond and DeAndre Jordan, that's the same as problem Cleveland had. I can't play JaVale McGee and fucking Drummond at the same goddamn time in a 3-point shooting league. I can't do that.
Oh my god!
You know what I'm saying? That don't make sense.
Drummond about to get his ass.
But Pete, quiet as it's kept, Blake Griffin damn near the same fucking size as goddamn DeAndre Drummond. Like, they not missing shit.
Exactly.
He's 6'9",
they acting like this nigga 7'1".
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Exactly.
He ain't. Yeah, exactly. But the difference is, Blake is a skilled big. He's not skilled to the point of a LaMarcus, but he can knock down a jump shot. He can knock down he's a threat. He's a 3-layer threat. You see what I'm saying? So he don't fuck up the spacing.
Mm-hmm.
He can come all the way out to the 3-ball and you still got to guard him. You know what I'm saying? He hit a damn 35-footer last night.
Just like prime example, you remember when the Lakers back in the day when they had Bynum, and Bynum was a great rim protector, you know, and he could score in the post too. But the thing was, it was just like when they played against certain teams, Bynum, he was a hindrance to the Lakers squad because it was just like him being out there on the floor, he was gonna get stretched and he was gonna get blue by all the time. So niggas was getting down on a nigga damn near every night when they were playing against certain teams that had a stretch 5 or had a big that was mobile. You feel me? So like I feel like it's just quiet as kept. Niggas gonna see it. Like niggas think that this is a video game. Niggas think Drummond just gonna be down there blocking shots, grabbing rebounds, all that type of shit, and that's what he gonna do for the entire game. Cause it's always the other end of the ball where you gotta actually guard someone. You feel me?
Right.
You gotta guard somebody, cuz.
Right.
Nigga, it's always the other side of the ball, cuz. So like you gonna have to guard somebody, and guess what? Nigga, that's when your ass gonna get done. And at the end of the day, I don't care who they played. Like they could play Denver. They could play, cause you know Embiid own this nigga. Let's keep this shit legit. You did, you know Joel Embiid own this nigga.
Right.
And you tell me, nigga,
they not gonna ever see him in the playoffs though.
Oh no, nigga, like they ain't ever gonna see it because
season though.
But yeah. But still, I'm just saying all in all, like even if Philly end up getting to the finals, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, and they played against the Lakers. We like all this hypothetical. Right. You know what I mean? It's just like get his ass done because like he been owning this nigga for the longest, but it's just like like they play against the Lakers in the Western Conference or whenever, second round, whenever they play I mean not the Lakers, but Brooklyn in the finals. Like that's what I want to see. I wouldn't mind seeing the Lakers go back to the finals to play Brooklyn so Kevin Durant can get his motherfucking shine. You feel me? Again, get down on LeBron ass again, nigga, for the third time. Nigga, let's roll.
So they can beat him in 2?
So they can beat them in 2.
This is
what I mean? I'll settle for 3.
This is a bold prediction, but I don't think the Lakers gonna get.
Go ahead and make a bold prediction.
I don't think the Lakers is gonna get to the finals because I think the Clippers with Rondo is a problem, and with this seeding issue they're gonna fuck around have to go through Denver and the Clippers and not one or the other. So it's gonna be a tight fight.
They 3 games. They 3 games out of the AFC,
but
in the loss column.
Peep this though. If you put Brooklyn up against the Lakers in the finals, right? 2 games gonna be a blowout. Brooklyn by like 20 to 30.
Yep.
And 2 games gonna be somewhat competitive. Brooklyn by like 5 to 10. But it's never really no real threat of them losing. One of them games like the game they played in the real season this year when basically all the Lakers was doing was fighting a blowout. One, the Lakers don't have enough scoring. They just don't have enough scoring. Like everybody on Brooklyn can score the ball,
Not at all.
and they all
Everybody.
and they got more
I'm talking.
self sufficient players. They got more players that can just go get a bucket. You know what I'm saying?
Dog, they got niggas you can go get it off the dribble. You feel
Yeah,
me?
like
Get it
I
off the dribble
mean,
from the dribble, nigga.
let's just keep it a buck. Like I'm sorry, but it might sound crazy, but LaMarcus and fucking Blake, they pretty much equal AD between the two of them.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? And like,
Yeah.
who gonna guard who though? Like, it's too many players. You can't hide. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't hide with Brooklyn, bro. Everybody got to strap up, and these niggas don't have D like that for real. They ain't got no man. Look,
Not at all.
they ain't got no
Schroeder.
man. I watched Brooklyn play yesterday,
Schroeder. Where
bro.
Wesley Matthews play defense, man. Fuck out of here.
I mean,
Y'all niggas
Schroeder.
sound
I like.
pathetic.
Listen, don't get me wrong, bro. I like Schroeder, but he not that. Like, he not like.
Man, he ain't what they making this nigga out to be.
He like. No shade, because I fuck with Lou Will, but he like a Lou Will that don't know he a Lou Will yet. What?
He said he a Lou Will who don't know he Lou Will yet. Like,
But you know what? Like, okay,
wow,
perfect example. Perfect example, right?
Right.
Look, Dion Waiters, right?
I feel you.
Look, Dion Waiters. The reason Dion Waiters is not in the NBA is not because of talent, right? The nigga think he fucking D Wade and he motherfucking Lou Will. Tell me I'm wrong.
Right. He think he D Wade and that nigga really like and like that nigga really Jamal Crawford.
Being generous. And when I say that, I don't even say they as good as them niggas. I'm just saying as far as accepting their role.
Nowhere near as good as them niggas when it scoring.
You know what I'm saying?
As a scorer, hell no, not at all.
No shade, and I'm not even talking about because I think Lou
Will
Will
like
got
swag.
I think
like Swaggy P.
But what I'm saying is, what I'm talking about, not just necessarily their ability, but just being able to accept and own in that role. Because if Lou Will would have been on some, I gotta be a superstar shit, his ass would have been out the league too. Him and Jamal Crawford.
He would have been out the league a long
time ago. So being able to own a role, like, but you know what I'm saying, Schroeder ain't he like a 6-man, bro. He not like a, you know. To me, he more beneficial as a 6-man. Like sometimes you need that like Ginobili pedigree off the bench. Like I might be starter talent, but I'm more valuable off the bench.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but he ain't. Oh, but I said all that to say like he's still not at the same level as like the elite guards in the league. Like he's not a Dame, he's not a Kyrie, he's not a Jamal Murray. He's, you know what I'm saying? Like he.
No.
You know, so because he kind of he alright, but he ain't him versus Kyrie.
He alright, but he ain't real.
He alright, but
he ain't real.
You know, he alright. It's like your verse was cold, but Fab rap first. My man, it's like that shit was alright.
Exactly.
But you can't rap after Loso, nigga. Like just turn the fucking song off after Fab rap. Shit, just cut it off. Fab rap, bro.
Right.
Just cut the shit off.
You can't
Fab rap.
You can't rap after Loso if you ain't no song.
Every song Fab on, the song is over when that nigga get done rapping. The shit's over with. I don't even want to just stop turning shit off. Fab rapped already. Turn this shit off.
And that's exactly why niggas be having that nigga go last.
Unless you got
see how like, my man did.
Bro, you gotta be like
so Brooklyn.
You gotta be like, yeah, he knew
that nigga was yelling out at the beginning. Turn out the bookers! Turn out the bookers! And whatever he was saying.
But yeah.
Nigga, soon as Fab got down on the joint, Fab closed shop, nigga, end the song.
Yeah, but
nigga, like, I didn't even know that was that nigga Casanova song. I thought it was a Fab joint. Yeah. Featuring Casanova. You feel me? Get out of here.
Right. Shit. You got anything else you want to chime in, big fella?
Nah, man, not really, man. Just you know what I mean. Y'all keep liking the page, subscribing to the page.
All
You know what
that.
I mean, liking
Talk your
liking the
talk your
content.
shit in the content too. In the comments. Don't be, you know what I'm saying? Talk your shit.
Hell yeah, do that. You know what I mean?
Talk
Like, come
your
at a
shit.
nigga like,
Talk
you know
your
what I mean?
shit.
Like, let us know y'all opinion.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
let us know y'all views
we
and
might send
views.
we might send you a
Like,
link.
we need to do a live. We need to do a live.
You know what I'm saying? We might send your ass a link. You can get your ass chopped up in real life.
Hey,
Chopped up. Chopped
hey,
your ass like a chef, nigga.
nigga, like we need to do a live on that joint one day. Like, we need to surprise their ass and do a live for real. You know what I mean? Like, I think that shit would be dope. It'd be like a little pop up shop. You know what I mean? Doing a little live.
Yeah,
You know
we
what I
should do
mean?
that. We should
And
do it
everybody
during the
come through.
game.
During the game. Oh yeah, for sure, 100,000%. During
Mm-hmm.
a good game, you know.
Right
But
when
yeah,
it,
like I want y'all to comment, subscribe. You know what I mean, and tell a friend, tell a friend, and tell a friend. NBA
yeah,
Cooler Talk is
tell
here to
your
stay.
home
You know what I
tell
mean?
your
NBA Cooler Talk
tell your
podcast, baby.
homeboy to tell his side chick to tell her side nigga to tell her baby daddy to tell his baby mama
To tell her main nigga, to tell
tell
her
her
main
main
nigga.
nigga to tell his wife to like and subscribe. All right.
Hey, like we ain't gonna give y'all too much and shit. Like that's on the next episode.
Straight
So
like that.
you know, straight like that.